When we left off in part 3, we were ready to reassemble. Here's the axle. It needs to go back into the housing. You need to put wheel bearing grease on the bearing and then take that race and very gently slide it back in. You might need a plastic hammer to get it back in. Now note how flush that is on this side. But if you look on the other side, it's sticking out. So don't panic. There are shims that came off with the between the backing plate and the axle housing. Those are what take up that slack. Now you want to get both sides as even as you can, left and right. If you don't, the axles will bind in the third member. So they have to be equal. You can see the shims are still stuck to the back of my brake backing plate here. So once the brake backing plate is back on, put both sides on, set it back down. You can see at this point I'm going to paint it. So I put the wheel spacers back on, took it outside. I just used black Rust-Oleum paint. It's the easiest to work with. It's cheap and it hides a lot of damage to the frame. So remember what I said before about the front casting. You want to clean this off and put wheel bearing grease on it to keep it from rusting up again, and then just slide the front end back on. Now the front wheel has a little bit of mechanical trail cast into it. So the part on the left side where my hand is goes forward on the tractor when you reassemble it. Before I slid the front end onto the frame rails, I put the engine back in to the frame.